more I learn as well. And so it's kind of like a learning process for me. And I just loved, looking up research and finding out new things. And hopefully this will help you. Let me know if you are here watching and say hello. Even if you're watching in the later comments, whenever it's no longer live, please let me know that you're watching it after the recording and just say hello. I'm watching it after the live show. So of course we start at 6 o'clock, and I know that sometimes that's not convenient for everybody, especially since school has started up again in most areas. But I was at a psychic fair. Oh, before I go into this, I guess I need to introduce myself for those who may not know me. So, hi, I am Michelle Henderson. I am a psychic medium in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And every Wednesday, I have a spiritual knowledge show. And it's always about a different topic of metaphysics. And I was at a psychic fair a couple of weeks ago. And I had a friend came up to me and she said, have you ever thought about connecting with a loved one and then helping them go into the light? And I'm going, I thought she was talking about someone who was in hospice, who was about to cross over. But she said, no, a spirit. Have you ever thought of helping a spirit cross over? And I went, oh, I didn't know that was possible. I didn't even know that was a thing. And to come to find out, yes, it is a thing. And it's called Rescue Mediumship. And, I thought, well, if I didn't know anything about it, maybe I need to go ahead and talk about it on the show and see if you know about it. So it's very interesting. And I'm sure this will pertain more to people who want to become a medium versus someone that's, that's just wanting readings. But this also can help you if you do have a spirit in your house. Hey, Julie. Hello. How are you doing? So hopefully this will help you, Julie. I know that you are learning about the spiritual world too, and hopefully this is new to you. And if you know some information about this topic, please share or ask questions, okay? Oh, you're going to do it. Oh my gosh, that's exciting. Okay, so that is awesome. And so give me some information. So I'm going to kind of give you what I have, Julie, and then please, whatever I did not share. And later, after I get the knowledge out, I want to know what made you think about it. Okay. What made you want to go into that kind of work. Okay. So it is a little bit different than regular mediumship, okay? Usually when mediums connect with loved ones, it is someone who has crossed over already. And so you're pretty much healing the people who have lost this loved one, and really to prove that life continues even after death, okay? So I'm going to go into what the definition is and with the research I have found, and research if you are interested in it. Doing some more for yourself. Okay. Whenever I started, this is kind of like, before I even decided to work as a psychic medium professionally, I used to love to watch ghost hunters. And, they would get all their little equipment and try to figure out, there's a spirit. I'm going, they can't feel it because I could always feel, spirits in different buildings or, so I found fascinating. And then they would say, we don't think we're going to get a medium to come in because you can't really prove anything. And I'm going, but I still enjoyed the show. It was still entertaining. There was some drama in it. And it's just another area of learning. Okay. And then we have the ghost whisperer. And this is more towards what we're talking about tonight. Now, it's very interesting. She's a medium and she gives therapy to the spirits who have not crossed over yet. And that's a lot of what rescue mediumship is all about, okay? And so whenever I heard about this, and I'm going, oh, I didn't really know that was a thing. I just thought it was, something on the show, on drama. Hello. How are you, Claire? Good to see you. So you may even want to watch Ghost Work again. That's more in the drama, and I don't know if it's based on somebody's life or anything, but there's actually a show out there. It's called Rescue Mediums, and I think I found it on YouTube, and I think it may be on Hulu as well. But you can find it, and they've aired like 8 different seasons, but I'm not for sure. But when I found out about it, I thought, oh, I need to see what this rescue mediums is all about. And these are the two mediums that go into people's homes that are having spirit, interfere with their daily life. And they said, we need some help. So almost like ghost hunters, but they're more medium. So now you kind of turn. They don't really use any equipment. Again, they're using their mediumship. But whenever I was watching it, and of course, you don't know what you're seeing is drama or not, because it is a show, right? And a couple of episodes I watched, one of the mediums really got into it, and the spirit attacked her or did something, and she fainted. And this was more than once. I'm going, oh, that does not look like it is fun. But I have done some research, and that's not what it's all about. Okay. So again, it could be because the show being drama, you need some drama in there. If they didn't have something happen, people wouldn't watch. So I'm sure if you do plenty of protection and you don't allow that to happen as a medium, it won't happen. But again, I've only watched like 3 or 4 shows, and it seems like it happens every episode. I'm going, ooh. But to let you know, a lot of the earthbound spirits do have the lower energy. Okay. Usually when we do mediumship with our spirit guides and we connect over, the energy level is a lot higher. But a lot of the earthbound spirits, they're a little bit lower. Okay, so you're going to feel a little bit more heaviness and a little bit more aggression. So it is a little bit different. Again, it's not for everybody. Okay. And while I was doing research, there was a medium that said, okay, first of all, you need to figure out if it's an earthbound spirit or someone who is just coming to visit. Because, we have our loved ones visit, and sometimes they stay a while. So is it a visitation or is it earthbound? Now, I did look at several mediums, professional mediums that are pretty famous and known internationally, like Tony Stockwell. And he said that he did not believe in earthbound spirits. And so it's just very interesting. You get different opinions in it. And I did find someone who is doing this 100% of the time. I'm going to tell you who she is and about her books and everything in a few minutes. But usually, again, earthbound spirit will have a different kind of energy. And as a medium, you can tap in and you can figure out, if you do mediumship somewhere and all of a sudden you have an earthbound spirit try to connect with you, you will know it. You'll be able to connect with them and talk to them. Okay. And just like you normally would as a medium, you treat them like any other human would be. They're just in spirit, right? So the conversation may be a little bit different. But I went ahead also, I wanted to see what was around in my area. And I had forgotten, and I had actually heard about this, but Dr. Chuck Murphy, PhD, he's a medium and so many more titles than what I put down here. He is very well known in the Dallas area. And he started an organization called Crossings Paranormal Research. And they actually use a lot of the equipment that ghost hunters use, but they also use mediumship. So what they do is they do go into homes or in different environments where they have a spirit that keeps interrupting them or causing hectic, things and uneasiness. And so what they do is they do connect with a spirit after they find out what is going on, and they do help them cross over to the light. Okay. And so on the team, their team members, their spiritual gift ones, team members include spiritual intuitives, mediums, channels, Native American specialists, shamans, psychics, and equipment specialists for the equipment. And they do a lot of the cleansing. Okay. So they do a lot of cleansing. And I found that very interesting, working as a team. That would be fun, and then that way, you're working. Instead of doing an individual mediumship, you could also work with a team. So that could give you more choices, right? So as I did more and more research, I came across, and I finally hit the gold mine. I found somebody who is so into it. Okay. And her name is Amy Major. And she actually has 2 books that she has written about how to do this. Now, she does have some videos that are very, very I mean, powerful. And it really explains it. And she said, when I first got into it, she said, I kept connecting with earthbound spirits and everybody kept telling me that I was so dark. And she said, when I say everybody, I meant all the mediums that I work with. She said, everybody was saying, you're working with those low energy, spirits, and we're not going to do that. And so then she felt like she was doing something wrong, but it was her calling to do this, right? And she said, there is nothing wrong with it. And she said, granted, you do have to be a little bit stronger to be able to work in this field, but let me explain the books. The first book is she explained it as kind of an overall about what rescue mediums do. Now, the second book is more of a guidebook for people who are wanting to go into the business as a medium, okay? So it'd be Light the Way. So yeah, so you're actually helping spirits transform into the light. And I found somewhere else where you do not need the training for it if you're a medium and you're practicing mediumship. You really don't need the training. But you will be, whenever you do this, you will be working more with angels, okay? So, and we do work with our spirit guides most of the time, but not only will you be working with spirit guides, but you will also be working with angels. So you will have to bring up your energy more to bring in the angels and also anybody else who can help get this spirit over. And another thing I wanted to explain too about spirits who stick around, earthbound spirits, the universe, God gives them free will just as they, of course, give us free will, right? So God gives them free will. If they are not ready to go over into the light, sometimes they'll say, I don't want to go. And a lot of times, and how Amy explains it, sometimes there's a reason and sometimes it's a psychological reason. I mean, there's something trauma in the aura and they're going, I don't want to go. I'm going to be judged. I'm not ready to go over yet. Or I have unfinished business. I've heard that time and time again, right? But they are not trapped here. She said, do not think that they are trapped here. They are here because they want to be here. So that's why a lot of times they find a medium who they can talk to, and they'll talk to this particular medium because they're lonely. They don't have anybody else to do. And so that's when, it's really good if you understand what's going on and you can help the spirit cross over into the light. Okay. So that's one thing I definitely wanted to bring up. Also, she said that some spirits will attach themselves to people, not only environments, but also to people. And in other words, they'll actually get into their aura. And she said, I have so many times do a clearing for people who have spirit in their aura so that they can get rid of them. Okay. Because, that's in their space. But she did say, if you do have a spirit that's in your house and you do not want them in your house, you set boundaries. She said, I'm all about boundaries. And you tell them, this is my house and this is my kingdom and you will not mess with it. So because many of these spirits are trying to work through something. So it's almost like somebody who is going through something here on earth and they're continuing as a spirit. Okay. But this is just things that she talks about, but there are several videos. If you go to YouTube and look up her name, she's very good at expressing herself. And she said she's going to do more videos. So hope she does. I absolutely hope so. So definitely write down her name. And also she has a Facebook group as well. So I'm going to probably join her Facebook. I'm not for sure if this is the way that spirit wants me to go, but because my friend brought this up and it kind of got my curiosity up, I thought, well, we'll see what happens. Okay. Now, imaginespirit.com also has a blog. Okay. And I got a lot of this information from them as well. So I wanted to make sure that you see all the resources. Again, there was not that many much information or resources out there, because there is a lot of controversy in there. I mean, some people believe in it and some people don't. But hey, Amy definitely believes in it and she's passionate about it. So, so that would be somebody, if you are interested in doing it, to definitely look into it. And she said that she's going to start doing webinars as well. So that will be quite interesting. All right, Julie, so I want you to tell me what made you want to go into this area. So if you just are hopping on, okay, Julie is saying that she's really into, she's a medium, and she's really into looking at being a rescue medium. So I'm just real interested in why she's going into that area. So Claire, since you're here, and I don't know if you're still here, or if anybody is here that has not let me know, why don't you let me know why you're interested in doing more research? I just think this is fascinating. And, Amy said there's just not enough of us out there, but she did say that, it's really rare to find an earthbound spirit. And so what's very interesting, and I think what happens is they know a medium can actually, communicate with them. So you're kind of attracting these spirits to you. And so that's probably, why she said they're rare, but it can happen. Another medium that I looked at, she even explained that she was at somebody's house and she went in the backyard and she had a little boy running after her. And he's saying, I'm here. I want some help to cross over. So again, I'm not for sure about, all of this, but hey, you know what? She was able to get him to cross over, which is awesome. Hey, Kimberly, how are you? How are you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. I hope you're having a fabulous day. All right. So I don't think there are any questions. So let me know if you do have questions. But again, I thought this was a very interesting topic to look at and to kind of go into and do some research. But again, there really was not much out there. So if you are interested in it, I would definitely look at these two books, especially reading Light the Way. And if you do have a spirit in your house, you may want to think about having somebody from Ghost Hunters come in, but you also may want to consider a medium as well that, specializes in this area. So, all right. So everybody, I hope you have a good rest of the week. And hopefully I will see you on Monday during Wine and Spirits. And just wait till next Wednesday. I'm not for sure what I'll be talking about, but, Spirit always finds a way for me to have a topic, and we'll talk about that.